Here's the video review for the Mastermind Creations reformatted R-08 Azalea. This is the Asterisk mode. TFcon exclusive. It was exclusive at TFcon Chicago, and it did sell out in like I think 4 hours or something like that. Something crazy. There is, I believe, maybe some more, a small number showing up in the Asian market soon. There might be another way to get it, but from what I'm hearing, like this is even more rare than the Dark Azalea version, which was already pretty hard to get. So I don't know how that's going to turn out, but yeah. So trying to find one now, like eBay is really your only bet right now if you want this guy or this girl actually. And I really do love the colors on this. It comes in, the standard reformatted packaging that's come today. It's the smaller Azalea box. The really nice, like, kind of lithograph type image on the front. And when you slide it out, it's got a bright green box with the silhouette of the figure on it. And then you open it up, and there's the color art and the same clamshell design you're seeing in all the things, with just that little bio explaining. It's kind of hard to see here, the white on the green, but it's just a little bio explaining that why she changes her colors and that there may be other repaints of other figures in the line. Not just the fembots, but other figures. She also comes with a comic / instruction manual, as well as the bio card here. And I do believe the comic's the same as the one that comes with Azalea. So here she is, and this is based off of Alex Milne's original color scheme for her. It's not exactly the same, but based off of what he wanted to do in Spotlight Arcee, which apparently Hasbro said, no, you have to make her pink. And at the time, I was like, yeah, I'm glad they kept her pink and colored like the Arcee we know. But like seeing this in person, this is a beautiful color scheme. The way that the orange bits pop off the blue and white, especially here on the legs back here in vehicle mode, just really looks beautiful. And I think this may be like Zinnia might give it a run for the money, because I do like the greens they used on Zinnia, but this is a really nice nice color scheme on this mold, and I've got a couple different versions of the mold now. So yeah, and it's the same little hover car with the same little stand that makes it look like it's hovering there, slightly above the ground, and I've always liked that look. And again, it's got all the same alt modes that we saw in Dark Azalea. You can pull these off to give it more of the Zinnia look. Yeah, come here, you. Zinnia, the Zinnia version of the mold will have a vehicle mode like that. It won't have the swords either, it'll just have the guns. So it'll look something like that. Just a basic kind of vehicle mode. It does have the flip the legs out, flip the wings out, which are a nice shiny orange. To give it kind of the I thought those came out a little further, but I don't want to force it. The kind of small scout ship that I really like. I really like the Dark Azalea in the small little scout ship mode, just because of it looks very bat-like with the colors, as well as the flip out these on the front and plug these in together. And then they peg in right here and right here to make a longer jet mode, or if you fold the legs up, a longer car mode. So yeah, just some really nice, I love that there's like 4 different distinct alt modes in this one mold. So I'll go ahead and pop those off, pop the guns off the back here, and go set about getting her into robot mode. And if you remember the Azalea mode, I went into car mode because I think that is the more difficult of the two. But we'll go to robot mode this time. We'll go ahead and flip the handles down on the guns and set all this off to the side for the time being. Push these wings back in and fold these back up. All right, not exact, but there's the basic car mode. And flip that over. And going, like I said, you basically just, we've covered this a couple times now, so I'm not going to dwell too much on it, but you flip these out. Bring your legs down, lift them up, and pull the hands out like that. Then snap these in, preferably under the little hip guards. But those little hip guards are on a ball joint as well, so you can just, there we go. You can lift those up, get them out of the way, and get the hips underneath there. Flip the feet up. And come up here, lift these side panels up. And this is where it gets tricky because the head's up under there. Also, if you're having trouble with the head, the correct position, I finally figured this out and how to explain what to do if I can get it out from under here. No, well, there we go. I just popped her whole neck off. That's not how you do it. Go ahead and snap this back together here. Is basically when you turn the head around, you don't just want, you don't just turn it like this. You want to get it all the way up so it tilts all the way up instead of just trying to stick it in straight back like the regular head. You want to fold it all the way up and then down. The more you tilt it this way, the more clearance it gives everything back here in vehicle mode once you get it through there. And it tilts it, and again, it helps fill the space up here. So you kind of, once you bring this through, you want to kind of tilt her all the way forward so her head's, you don't worry about pegging this into this side. You want to peg it up under here. You want to make sure this goes all the way up and then peg that in kind of underneath the head instead of into the back of it. And it is possible to get it out of here. There, you see it is possible to get it out of there without popping it off like I did. Then bring the whole chest up and around, down like that. This piece comes up and rotates around, and then comes up and down like that. Rotate her head around, which will then plug in. Go ahead and bring the shoulders up here. Put the shoulders up, unpeg the elbows, put the shoulder pads up. Fold these in. This is going to plug right in there like that. Again, this can stay down. I like to fold it up along the back. It decreases a little bit the articulation a little bit and push your abs down. But you can always fold it down if you want it. But just for standard robot mode, I like to fold that up just so it's not a giant backpack or a butt flap hanging down. What's the one advantage? Or not the one advantage, but that's one of the advantages I like of this over the Hasbro mold of Arcee is that it doesn't have this giant backpack on it. So flip those up. These plug in to the back. And again, you can technically, I've done it once, transform it with these attached. You have to pull them out a little bit, but you don't have to pull them all the way off. I don't recommend it. It's difficult and frustrating, and I did it only as a challenge to myself, and I don't recommend trying to do it. It's pull your hair out frustrating. And there we go. You can use that hover stand as on all the other ones to plug into the back of either foot as a support stand. Helps your stand a little better. And then the guns. You can put the guns in the hand or peg them onto the side. The swords can also, you can fold one up and peg it onto the side of her leg here. It also, there's a slot in the handle right here that also can slot in onto this tab back here. So you've got a couple different ways to store the swords. Come here, you. Just tab that on up there. You can store back there on her back behind the flaps. And like I said, again, you can also peg them on to her thigh like that, just like the guns on either side of her hip. And the pistol, and she can hold them in her hands, and just like the pistols. And there you go. She's got all the same posability as the others. Ball jointed head, double ball jointed shoulders here. Move up and down. There's a bicep swivel, double hinge elbows, wrist swivel, ball jointed hips, swivel hips. There's a thigh swivel, double hinge knee here. You can bend it there or up there. It does have an ankle tilts and then the front up here. So you've got a lot of good range of motion in these guys. You can get some really neat. I think Kuma Style just posted a video of her like sitting cross-legged in like a Buddha pose. That was really nice. So yeah, just and like I said, the colors just really pop on this one. I really like the blue is a great shade. The orange is a great shade. The translucent orange bits look great. Just a really nice, neat looking figure. And she does have the comic Arcee head with the silver face and the blue lips. So if you get her, you can pop her head on the original Arcee or original Azalea if you want a true like spotlight Arcee looking Arcee. And then just as a quick comparison with her, there she is with the release version of Zinnia and the dark Azalea that came out of the Singaporean convention. So I'm probably not going to do a full review on like here she is on the final Arcee or final pink Azalea, the standard Azalea, because I already reviewed the test shot a while back. There's not a whole lot different aside from a couple extra paint apps, and it's the exact same transformation as what we just saw. They both showed up today. I don't know if I really need to do 2 videos on them because they're all the same mold. But there's 3 of them all together, and they're looking really good. So there it is. The Asterisk mode TFcon Chicago exclusive version of Mastermind's Azalea.